Welcoming you to the Leela podcast, a place where you can discover all things Osho Leela. You'll get to meet the community, learn about community life, and listen in as we share about our upcoming events and workshops from the perspective of the facilitators and the attendees, supporting you to find your way to Leela. Hello and welcome to the Leela podcast. On today's program we have got the wonderful Sanjula.
Hello.
And Abhi.
Hello.
So welcoming Sanjula and Abhi to the podcast. Thank you. Sanjula's been on before, and Abhi, this is your first time. So welcome. And yeah, so today we are mainly going to be focusing on getting to know you a little bit, and you're both involved in some of the trainings we have here, the Leela Life Training in particular. And so we're going to kind of like weave in a little bit about you and also kind of bring in the program so that people can get a bit of a feel for what it's all about and what the offering is here at Osho Leela. A part of it, the multi-dimensional everything Leela, because there's so many different ways to be at Osho Leela. So this is just an intro into a little bit. But yeah, first of all, just a little bit about Sanjula. She is one of our beloved directors here at Osho Leela. She has many skills. Actually, I was looking at you've got something coming up called the Love of Being, a retreat in December, and I was looking at all of the amazing things that you have been up to in your life, and one of them includes training as a celebrant. Which is the newest thing. Hey?
I just got an assignment back. Yay!
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, which is so exciting. Really exciting.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I've done now. I've done one wedding, one funeral, and I'm about to do the next wedding.
Wow!
And it's really beautiful to bring in the magic of Osho Leela and creativity and the sacred into a wedding. I think that is what is calling me there. So I'm really happy that I can study alongside this crazy life that we all lead.
Yeah, wow. It's amazing. The first thing that came to mind when you said one wedding, one funeral was 4 weddings and a funeral.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder if it will work like that. You'll end up having weddings. Wow. Oh. So yeah, Sanjula, and Abhi, our lovely Abhi. Abhi's been a big part of Osho Leela for the last 6 years, on and off. And probably for the last year, have you been back a year now?
Couple of years, really.
Yeah.
I've
You've
been back here
more
as a resident.
Yeah, resident.
Yeah. So yeah, I start to come here back in 2017, and that was the beginning of my journey here that I'm still really much enjoying. And I love living in community. I love supporting people, going through their own process. I'm very passionate about body-based therapy, and I've done so many things along the way, and now I feel a little bit more ready to share what I've learned and what really worked for me about this type of approach, this type of group therapy approach that we do here at Leela.
So this is the first time on the cohort.
Yes, it is.
Amazing.
It's the first time, and I'm really grateful for Sanjula to calling me in to support and this new adventure together. I'm really grateful.
I mean, for me, Abhi is an example of what it is to come to Leela and step into doing the work, doing the meditations. I was the community that used to be called CEP manager, running the program, and Abhi arrived and she couldn't speak English even.
Yeah.
And she arrived and threw herself into what we offer here, the daily meditations. She was really attracted to the Bioenergetics, and then was working with Devaraj and doing her own process and growth, and I feel like she's landed after all these years with what I would say are the toolkits to make a really great therapist. And one of my passions at the moment, really, in the light of being a director, is bringing young people up who have care and love for people, and also have really solid tools which they can use to bring themselves into the workshop space and be able to hold a process for people to heal. And that I don't say lightly, because it takes a particular type of person to want to develop their skill set in a workshop setting. And we're just really lucky, Abby, that we've got a group room and there's been time for creativity. And Abby, we're running a group at the moment, the Say Yes to Our Life, and Abby ran a session yesterday. And with all my clinical experience, all my years of being in the group room, I came out of there feeling so proud, because the session was excellent. And I don't mean like in an educational way in the system, but really from the heart, from caring for the people. I really was touched. And so I'm delighted to bring Abby into the Primal group with me. Really, I am hand selecting people, and I don't just choose anyone. I'm really watching where they're growing, because I feel like if you're going to work in the group room, you've got to be committed to growth yourself. Otherwise, you're not really talking the talk, walking the walk. You're I don't even know what to call that, but I think you know what I mean.
You're not walking the walk, you're not talking the talk.
Yes, so I'm really happy that you're coming in to the Primal group. Do you have any other questions around the Primal, Louise?
I just wanted to say as well, like Abby, I know I've said this to you many times before, but Abby does Bioenergetics as well on a regular Tuesday, and it's so healing. Like, it's so beautiful, and you hold the space so well. So I'm really, I'm kind of also behind you, and like, as soon as I saw that actually Abby was going to be helping you in Primal, I was like, of course, it's like the perfect person. You've helped me through a few processes, so
thank you.
It's been beautiful. So
I really feel I learned a lot being here, and actually my first teacher, my first trainer in Bioenergetics, he was director here, and then he founded the British School of Bioenergetics, which is very successful now. And I feel so grateful from having the opportunity to work with an amazing teacher, amazing facilitator, that they really embody what they share. Because in my past, I've been through, I tried different tools. I tried talking therapy, I tried, different group therapy, behavioral therapy. There was something always missing for me, and that was the work with the body. The work with the body, really. And that was what saved my life, really. That was what really worked for me. I'm so passionate about it, because it really, I can see the way it transformed my life, and I'm very passionate about sharing that. And I think it's a great tool to bring into a Primal group.
Beautiful. It really is. It's all about the body, and it's so nice now that it's being realised. More and more. These more recent years, it's like it's really about the body. So the work that we do here is so important. So Primal. So first of all, just if anybody's watching this and they just, what are you talking about? We've got a program called the Leela Life Training, and it's 7 months deep dive of personal development, and so much more than that. It's about building community, doing it together. There's so many layers to it. And Primal is the next group that's coming up. It's called Primal Healing, and it's with Sanjula and Abhi. And so I did this last year, and it was by far the most transformational. I won't go into kind of details because I don't want to give too much kind of away, but to actually to actually kind of really do the work around childhood wounds and do it in a place with others going through the same thing, and really embodying it. Like for me, it was just such a shift, and I went home and automatically my relationships with my family have shifted, just from doing that work. So I'm so passionate about this particular, I'm just like that. For me, it was just such a brilliant breakthrough moment. Can you talk a bit into the primal? What is it that you'd like to share about it? What could people expect?
I actually, on the way up here, was thinking the last hours about the primal. And for me, I've done many primal groups where I've been a participant. And then when I stepped into the Leela Life Training right from the beginning, I ran the primal group with different people. And for me, the part of development, in the human development, wherever there has been a constraint or restriction or condition or control placed upon, whether it's the baby, the child, the adolescent, I see that hinders the development in adulthood. And for me, whatever we do in the primal group is really touching back to these places so that that part can learn how to develop again in a safe container. Now, working with primal, I really always have quite a team with me. It's not just Abhi and I. There will be a team, because I feel we need to create quite some holding, quite a lot of love in the room, so that whatever exercises we do, whether it's the breath work with me or the really the fine-tuning into looking, and this year I really want to look, where did sensory development stop for people? And that's where I'm going to focus myself, is like, and what I mean by that is like around food, around simple things like even going to the toilet. I mean, it's not something that we like to talk about, but so often if you had an honest conversation about how people rush to pee or force themselves to have a number 2 or poo, it's all related to these early childhood years. And I'm a mother, and I see what a challenge it is not to condition, control, and let freedom be in the name of development. And I think I've done a good job, and I'm sure I've restricted things along the way. And for me, that is the fundamental essence of primal work compared to any other work, because we come into this time of development and what has happened there. Some people would say it's steering on the lines of trauma work, but I want to recorrect that. It's more looking at developmental stages. And I know that with the Bioenergetics, Abhi is very educated and has a full understanding of those developmental stages and what happens there. I don't know if you like to speak into that.
Yeah, thank you so much. As you said, I also experienced primal therapy myself a few times. I've been through this process, and what I found really beneficial about combining the primal therapy with the body-based work, with the body work, with the bioenergetics in particular, is that in my experience, I really came to an understanding of how my present life, how in my present I still behave, and I still enact pattern that comes from a very long time ago. It comes from my childhood. The way I respond to my present, the way I got triggered from my present, it really has a stamp on the past and a very early stage of my development, of my childhood. And as my life, as my emotional world is happen in the body. I need to work through the body to see how can I change, how can I process that emotional world inside. So this is where I wanted to take people in this journey into the body, to process all these emotions, to process the wounds that we experience in the very early stage of our life, and see how we can unblock this repressed emotion in the body, see how we can free up the energy and reestablish a natural flow of energy in our body, so we can feel more alive, we can feel more present, responding to the present moment, not through the lenses of the past, but really being present with what's happening right here, right now in my life, being more authentic, learning that discernment between what happened in the past and what is present right here, right now in my life. That's where I want to, what I want to work with. Really.
Beautiful. Yeah, so it's a beautiful deep dive. It's 3 nights, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
And there
so
is
it's one of the programs.
It's sorry, I'm interrupting you. There's 3 days, and there is a limit of what we will work with. So it's not this, like you started, is one of the popular groups of the Leela Life Training, and it is also open to people who are not doing the Leela Life Training.
Yeah.
But I'm limiting the group to 40, so that we can really keep the safe container. And in that light, I potentially would like in the future to run a Primal Week, so that there's a lot more space to have more people and to go deeper and longer.
Beautiful. Wow, that'd be amazing.
Exciting.
Exciting. Lovely. So, where to go from here? So I'm not sure how we're doing with time, but I think anyway it'd be really nice to maybe just finish up with, if there's somebody that's watching this who hasn't been to Leela. I mean, you can kind of take this question as well from different perspectives, because you could talk directly into Primal, but also, like, if you haven't been to Leela, like, what do you love about Leela, first of all? Like, take it outside of any workshops. What do you love about Leela? And if somebody is coming here for the first time, what's your message to them, basically? So, who wants to go first?
Well, I think Leela is for me, is a very safe space. It's a space where I really feel that I'm supported. I can be myself, and whatever feelings I'm experiencing, it's okay to feel that way. And I always felt welcomed. I always felt supported. I always felt that I can count on the people around me. And friendship, this is a space of friendship for me. This is a space of deep connection, deep and meaningful friendship. So, I hope you can feel welcome if it's your first time.
Yeah.
If it's your first time coming here.
Thank you. How about you, Sanjula? What do you love about Leela?
What I love about Leela, I mean, I said it in the group room last night. I think I nailed it, I would say. That when I was speaking to the participants in the group, and I said, if we look at where we've been hurt along our journey, and then could you imagine that when you were turning 18, that your parents said to you, hey, here's your ticket, here's the money, now go and explore who you are. That would be a different experience, and a lot of us haven't experienced that. And for me, what I was saying in the group room is like, hey, I'm saying it to you all, take the time to heal, take the time to not know who you are, but not in the sense of sitting in front of the TV or the Xbox or whatever it is that's unhealthy. No, go to a place like Osho Leela. I'm not just going to advocate Osho Leela. There are many beautiful centres in the world and in Europe and in Great Britain where there is personal growth, there is meditation, and there is healing.
Yeah.
And I think Osho Leela holds all those parts really beautifully, and we are still growing here, and we are still developing. So as a community, for me, we have many courses and many opportunities for people to say, hey, actually, I don't know what I should be doing with my life, or hey, I'm stuck here and nothing's changing. You know, and I really feel with all my community experience that you've got to give yourself permission to not comply to some ideas of what you should be doing with your life. You know, I think that for me is important, especially relating to the Leela Life Training. It's an opportunity to say, okay, I'm going there as an exploration. I'm not putting a pirate hat and going out to sea. I'm going into the Leela Life Training or coming to live with us for a while, or whatever it is. A moment in time is a gift, actually. It's an investment in ourselves and them, whoever it is that we're talking to.
Yeah, beautiful. Thank you very much for sharing. That's lovely. Yeah, I really love permission slips. One of my favourite things. It's like just allowing yourself time. That's beautiful. Time and to go inward. Yeah, because it's also a bigger gift, isn't it? It's a gift to the people around you. It's a gift to the world, you know, to do this work. So, yay! Thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you,
Louise.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So yeah, if you are watching and you're feeling inspired, if you're curious, we've got many ways to find out about Leela. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can look back. There's many videos. You can look at the website www.osholeela.uk, find out more about things on there. Many different programs. You can come. We've got a lovely gardening and maintenance weekends coming up. You can just come and be here and be in the gardens. You can go into the deep work, the Leela Life Training. You can come on community support and just really, you know, work as meditation, which is really beautiful. Or you can just come here and hang out on the living in the Buddha field. So many different options. If you would like to find out more, I'm going to put all of these things I've mentioned in the show notes. And please do leave a comment, and share with anyone that you think may resonate with this. Thank you very much and see you next time. Bye.
Thank
you.